In this video, I am going to show you the solution of third part of week 9 exercise, which is related to chart. For week 9 exercise, I have created 4 videos. Part 1 is related to formatting, part 2 related to formulas, part 3 related to chart, and part 4 is related to advanced function. Now in this video I am going to show you part 3, which is working with chart. Now as you can see, we already have this table, which is we have completed in part 2. Now in part 3 we'll be discussing with creating chart. Now the first question A, select the range C4 to O4 and C5 to O5 and insert scatter chart with straight line and markers. Now to create the chart, it is very important to select the range carefully. If you don't select the range carefully, then of course your chart will be different from the output we want. So let us select C4 to O4 and C5 to O5. As you can see, this is C4, so we can select C4 to O4 and we press Ctrl and select C5 to O5. Then we simply go to the insert option. You can see here. So click on insert and you can see the chart option is here. The chart option is here, and then we click on this icon and we open chart options. Now in these chart options we have 2 tabs, recommended chart and all charts. So we click on all chart. Now we need to find out the scatter chart with straight line and markers. So in this list we can see the scatter chart is here, so simply click on that. Now you can see there are different options of scatter chart. Now as we have to find straight line and marker, so let us see. If you take your mouse pointer on top of the different chart, you can see the name of those chart. So here you can see the chart we want to create, that is number 4, scatter with straight line and marker. So we simply click on this chart and we press OK. So this is our chart. Now we can move this one and we put here. Now let us continue with the next part. Now use chart style 10 and chart layout 01 and change the markers to square with size 8. So for this chart, if you select the chart, you can see the design option on top. If you select the design option, here you can see layout option, and there are layouts. If you take your cursor on top of the layout, you can see the name of that layout. So there are 11 layouts here, and we have to select layout 1. So layout 1 is selected now. Now we have to select the style 10. So simply click on the chart style. You can see here the chart style option. So we click on number 10. So if you take your cursor on top again, you can see what is the number, which one is the number 10. So simply click on that. So our chart is selected with style 10 now. Now we have to, the second part was change the markers to square with size 8. So which one is the marker? If you see the chart carefully, you can see there are some circles. These are called markers. So we can see now here. So these circles are called markers. So we have to change this marker to square. So go on top of the marker. In any marker you can go and double click on the markers. So once you double click, you will see there is a option open in right side, and you can see there are few options here. The first one is fill and line. You can see the bucket shape, so simply click on these, and here you can see there are two options, line and marker. So click on marker, and you can see the first option is marker options. So if you click on that, you can see automatic, none and built-in. There are three options here. Now automatic is the option that is by default. So you have to change it. Then we click on built-in, and you can see the type here. So type and size. So we have to change basically here. So the type will be square and the size will be 8. Now you can see in the chart the marker options has been changed. So we can close this menu. Now the question number B is format the chart as shown the final solution picture. So you can see this is our solution picture. This one is our solution picture. So we have to format our chart, this one, as like this solution picture. And also there is another part of the question is pay special attention to major axis and minor axis. So the major axis, you can see these bars, these are the axis, major axis. So we can see there are few differences in our chart. So we'll do one by one. So at first let us look at the values in x-axis. So you can see here the values starts from 12. So minus 12 in the left side, and in right side it is 12. And also in y-axis we have plus 12 on top, and we have minus 12 below. So now if you look at our output, we have also different value. You can see in left side it is minus 10, right side 15, here minus 15, and on top is plus 15. So we have to change these values basically. So first of all, let us change the x-axis value. If you go and select the x-axis value and double click on that, you'll see there is one option open in the right side, which is called axis option. Now in the axis option, here the minimum value is minus 10 and 15. As we can see in the output, it is minus 12 to 12. So we can change the value here, minus 12, and the maximum value 12. And you can see in the output the major axis difference, the major unit difference is 0 to 4, 4 to 8, that means 4 in each one. So here the major unit value you have to change also to 4. Now after doing that, you can see our values are same like that, but we have decimal points, but here in output there are no decimal points. So to change the decimal points, if you go scroll down and if you go at the end, you can see there is one option called number. So click on that number, and in this number option you can see decimal places is 3. So we have to change this value to 0, and we enter that. You see now the x-axis value has completely changed and it is same like the output. Now in the same way we'll configure now y-axis value. So let us go and select y-axis value, double click on that, and here you can see minimum is -15, so we change to -12. Maximum is 13, we have to change to 12, and measure unit like before we have to change to 4 and press enter. And also you can see here the decimal points, so you go scroll down and go at the end of this menu and you see the number option, and again here in the number option we have to change this 3 to 0 and enter. So if you close the menu now, you can see our axis values are same like the output. Now you can see in our chart there is a name here, is name of the chart is series 1, but we don't see this name here, so we simply select that series 1 and delete. Now we have to change the name. You see the name is written here, chart title, so we should change the name according to the output. So we select the name, and you can see in this bar we can write down the name like output. So you just type that one, CYCL. Okay, press enter. Now you can see the chart name has been changed, and at the bottom you can see you have to write down your name here. So simply select this axis title also and go to the bar, formula bar, and write down your name, so all capitals. So let us make capital, and now we have to select also this axis title. If you want also you can move little bit these titles, and this axis title will change with student ID. So you simply select and go to the bar and write down student ID. So now we can see only one difference is we have some vertical alignment which is not here. In output we have only the horizontal alignments we can see here, this one or this one or this one, but we don't have any vertical alignment. So simply we delete our vertical alignment. So for that one you can simply go to the option here, you look at chart element, so you go to that option and you can see grid line. These are called basically grid line, and we select grid line, and here there is an option called primary measure horizontal, primary measure vertical. So we have to, both of the options is selected, so we need to delete, we need to unselect the vertical alignment one. So we go to again grid line and we unselect the vertical. Then you can see there are no vertical alignment now. So this is all about the first chart and answer of question A and B. So let us continue with part C. Here select the range of C4 to O4 and insert the 3D clustered column chart and format the chart as shown in the solution preview. So we have the solution preview, this one. So let us create again. We select C4 to O5, C4 to O4, and after that we select C5 to O5. Then we go to insert option again, chart options, all chart is same like before. Now we have to select the column chart. So we select column chart and let us find 3D clustered column chart. So this one we can see this is clustered column, the next one stacked column. So in that way you can find 100% stacked column, and here the fourth one is 3D clustered column chart. So we simply go and select that and press OK. So now we can see our chart has been created. So let us bring this chart bottom down here, and we'll configure this chart now as like the output. So at the beginning you see the chart title here. So let us change the title as like before. We select the title and we write down the title name here. And press enter, and after that you can see in the y-axis the values are -15 to 15, and here the measure unit differences are in each one 5. So let us select the values here and double click. The same like before, the axis options opened. So here we write down -15 and the maximum value will be 15. And also you can see here the measure differences are already 5, so we don't need to change. And you can see the decimal places 3 place, so we need to change again. So go down and you can see the number options, and here the value is 3, so we select and make it 0 and enter. So you can see now the y-axis value is same. But if you see the x-axis values are not in the middle, but in our it is in the below, but in our chart it is the middle. So let us select that one, double click on that, and you can see the axis options, then tick marks, and you can see labels and numbers. So already we know how to change numbers. Now we'll see the labels, because this is called level, so we have to put here. So we go and select level, and here you can see the level options is level position is this one. I can show you level position. So we have to select here low. So once you select low, now you can see the output here also at the low, and our axis value also in the low. But if you see the values here 56, 70, 100, 130, but in our chart the values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to modify this value and we have to create like this. So we right click on that value, and there is option here, it's called select data. So we select data, so right click and select data. And if you see closely in this right side, these values are same like our output. So we have to change, modify this one like the output we want to create. So we click on edit, and now it is asking for the range, level range that you want to select. So if you go to the chart, you'll see these values are basically down here. Is basically the values of x. So you can see the x here. So these are the values of x. So we selected all the value and we simply press OK. Now if you see in the right side, all the value has been changed. So we press OK now. And if you go to the chart, you can see the values has been changed like the output. Now only one difference is there. Here you can see the title is cosine and sine, but in our one it is sine series 1 and series 2. So right click on that, and again we select the option select data, and now we have to rename these two to cosine and sine. So we select series 1 and press edit. So you can see here it is asking for the series name. So we simply write down cosine, press OK, and again you select series 2 and we click on edit and write down here sine, and then we press OK. So you can see it has been changed here. Now if you press OK, then you will see our chart is same like the output. You can see everything is changed and it's now similar to the output. So if you go to the question option now, you can see all the questions and you can see the solutions according to the question. So we have created two charts, both of the chart is here and same like the output. So this video was about part 3, how you can create chart. Now please watch the next video about advanced function. Thank you very much for watching.